there.
Oh, they are shameful. And this is what made the news as an acid attack the other day. It clearly was that a policeman had used pepper spray and it had blown back to the police behind. And all this fuss was made in media. Our mainstream media had better cover the fact that our gentle, peaceful Kiwi protesters were heavily assaulted today with pepper spray. What does it feel like, Dana? Does it just feel endlessly stinging? Is that what it is?
It actually burns. It burns. And it doesn't go away. I've washed my hands so many times. I've already been through this. We experienced it during Black Thursday here. It actually lasted for days.
It is just appalling. This has to stop. Using this against peaceful protesters. This has to stop. So you got into the front line. What happened then at that front line at 6 a.m? What was it like?
So then we just watched rally together. I actually got blocked out unintentionally. I ended up on the other side, and then they started bringing riot police in, and I got locked out from in here. So we caught quite a bit of footage of how that operation took place as they took Hill Street, and then I ended up doing a loop back around and managed to get back in here and come in with our people, and then got up high and managed to film what it was the police were doing. Managed to catch their assault, their intimidation tactics, their pushing on the people, and then it just got to the point where everyone had enough. They just had enough of the assault, had enough of the intimidation, and so they did start retaliating, which they have that right to do. As soon as the police start policing by force and not by consent, and start assaulting the people, you have the right to defend yourself by any means necessary. And so that is what we saw.
In what ways? How did they defend themselves?
Just putting up shields. I know some flower bombs were thrown, things like that. After being bombarded with pepper spray, there were a few shots fired as well, which they believe was tear gas being shot into the air. And then that rained down and everyone got drenched in that as well.
That is just appalling. And of course the police then, Andrew Costa then talks about there were weapons, there was paint, there were shields. It is going to be smarter if we don't give them anything, any violence, because that is what the police want. Do the very thing the police do not want. But I agree with you that when they are abusing them,
Yeah. The thing is that we would love to feel peace, love, and moonbeams. However, that's not the case. And when you have police moving on you in such a manner, you must defend yourself. If you just stand there, through it time and time again, people just standing, we're just getting bowled over, tackled, dragged off. So, there has to come a time when we must say, enough's enough. This is not on.
The biggest thing is not to play into their game, which is where they want this violence so they can bring in more violence and to push the crowd so much that they have an excuse to come in with what we saw were full riot squad people against these peaceful protesters. So it's always this dance between holding the line and pushing back when necessary. I agree. The police must be stopped from doing this violence on our people. They must be stopped.